What's up, metalheads? I'm Jamie. This is the Blades and EDC channel. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. And I've got another episode of Chopped for you guys. I would like to also throw out there, I would like to start doing this. I'm going to schedule these videos on Saturdays. So one a week of Chopped until I don't have any more chopped knives. So I've got enough to do like a month's worth right now. And I'm curious if anyone out there has any chopped knives that they would be interested in sending into the channel to have some content made with. Hopefully I have the unchopped version, but if not, I have some people I can ask, and it may be something I can pick up myself too. So if anyone out there has any chopped knives that you'd be interested in sending in, comment below or DM me on Instagram. My Instagram is in the description below also, and I would greatly appreciate it. All right, with all that said, let's move on with episode 3 of Chopped, featuring the Spyderco Kapara. This knife was sent to me by Jerad Neeves to make this video with, and I greatly appreciate it. Jerad, if you watch this, thank you very much. And Kara, thank you also. I know you two are partners in crime over there, so thank you both very much. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot to me. This is a knife that, honestly, I didn't think I was going to like this knife. I thought I'd probably like the chopped knife for sure, but I didn't think I'd like this one, just aesthetically and from what I've seen. I do have an overview video of this knife now, and this knife surprised me. I actually really like this knife now. After getting this knife in hand, I've become a big fan of it. I want one of my own now. But if I were to get it, would I chop it? That is the question. Because it's a long knife. And if you're in a state where, you know, you have to be under 3.5 inches, this is more. It's 3.6 inches. If you're in a state where you got to be under 3 inches, you're way over that. So, you know, something to consider, because this is a fantastic knife. And if it's a legal thing for you, chopping a knife may be something you'd want to do, so that you could carry a great knife like this. All right, let's take a look at the chop version. And this chop was done, again, by Blade Chops. And this knife is Craig's knife, who sent this in. And there you go, guys. Pivot to pivot. This is a very drastic change here. This is a much smaller knife now. Just to show you the grip here, I'm going to use the forward finger choil. You see how much knife is sticking out right there? Quite a bit sticking out of my hand. Look how long that blade is. Here it is now. It's much more manageable for, and I have a medium-sized hand, so much more manageable than the larger size or the regular size. Let's take some measurements on these two real quick and weigh them and see how much weight we lost and how much length we lost here. So we lost quite a bit of length. The knife is already so lightweight, I don't think chopping it took too much off of it, but we'll check it and see anyway. All right, the length, original length, is 8.25 inches long. Blade length is 3.6 inches, like I said. The chop version is now just under 7 inches, right at 7 inches. I think it's like 6 15/16 inches. So I'm gonna call it 7 inches. And the blade length is under 3 now, like 2.9, somewhere in that range. The cutting edge is only like 2 7/8, to where the cutting edge here is 3 7/16. So a lot taken off of this knife. With this chop, he also had to redo the pocket clip. Obviously, this, you know, pocket clip's gone. The lanyard hole, all that's been chopped off of this knife. So he had to redo the pocket clip, and Craig had him go ahead and tap it, drill and tap it for a titanium clip. Put this nice titanium clip on it, which looks freaking amazing. I would anno the crap out of that thing purple for sure. If it were my knife, it would be purple, no doubt about it. Purple against black just looks so good. Let's check the weight real quick, see how much weight we lost, because I don't think we lost much. Like I said, this knife is so lightweight already, especially for how long this knife is. It's so lightweight. I don't remember the weight. I think it was under 3 ounces, if I remember correctly already, or right at 3 ounces. 3.3 ounces. Check that one more time. 3.3, 3.4, somewhere right in there. All right, and the chop version, 2.9. So we lost a half an ounce of weight. So, and we added a milled titanium pocket clip. So that's pretty impressive. Even had to cut down the back spacer, as you guys can see. The G10 back spacer that's in there, it's been chopped also. Pretty cool. Do you have these little notches in here? And what that is from on the milling on the inside of the scale, from where he even had to put a new screw on here too. No, this screw is that screw. Huh. It gets rid of the ugly reversible pocket clip mark too, which is pretty sweet. It just looks, I think this thing looks so sick. The new blade shape, it just looks sick, man. It's not very different from the original blade shape, but you know, it comes down more of a point, more of a sheep's footy style blade. Yeah, did a great job. And then I'm looking at the carbon fiber here, how he's polished it down. Man, he did a good job. He did such a good job. He's actually chamfered the edges of the carbon fiber all the way around now. See, this is carbon fiber back here is squared off. There's no chamfering back here. Now it's nice and chamfered down. Let's check the ergos between the two, because this thing, the original, has fantastic ergonomics. I don't think he's going to be able to beat the ergos, but the ergos are going to be the same. They really are. They are exactly the same. Actually, there is a difference. The pocket clip. It's better with this flat pocket clip. I can feel this pocket. When I choke up, I feel, it's not a hot spot, don't get me wrong. It's not uncomfortable, but I definitely feel this pocket clip right there in my, right here, right where it's hitting, right there. It's not a hot spot, but it's there. I notice it for sure. With this wider flat clip, with all the edges being rounded off like that and smoothed out, you don't even realize there's a pocket clip there anymore. The pocket clip completely vanishes in your hand now. Yeah, pretty cool. So I'm going to give the ergos to this one just for that reason, because the rest of it's all the same. The only difference I'm feeling is the pocket clip. Now if I come back here in the normal grip, I still feel the pocket clip, both sides of the wire clip there. When I come back here, I can still get 4 fingers on it back here, but just barely. And again, the pocket clip's so flat, it just feels like it's just part of the handle. It's even better up here. I do notice it a little more in the regular grip back here, but it's not hot spot or anything. I do feel that it's there. Where I feel it at's right here, but it's not poking me. But up here in the forward finger choil, that pocket clip vanishes completely in my hand. It's like it's not even there. So I'm gonna give ergos to the chop version, just because of the pocket clip. Now, if they had the same pocket clip on this, I don't know how it would feel being that further up the handle, that much further with this wire clip. I don't think it'd be very comfortable, actually. If this wire clip was, you know, up here like this on this knife, I think it would be, so I think it's a great thing that they went with a different clip for ergos. Plus, I like a milled titanium clip, but just for ergos, I think this is going to be worked out much better than the original wire clip would have worked out on here. All right, let's check the action, because again, this has fantastic action. This is broken. Both these knives are broken in. This one's broken in by Jerad. This one's broken in by Craig. So fantastic action on this knife. And again, I prefer the thumb flick with this just because of how the hole is close to the scale for me. I can reverse flick it. I just don't feel like I have as much leverage that way. I definitely feel like the thumb flick's better with this knife. No doubt about it. Fantastic action on this knife, by the way. I do have a review, like I said, for this. All right, let's check this one now. With that blade being lighter weight now and not as long, ooh, the reverse flick's better too. Oh, yeah. The action goes to the chop version. I can already tell you. Now, you may feel differently if you have a larger hand, but for a medium-sized hand, this is so much better. The ergos, the action, or at least because the blades, you just get more leverage with that shorter blade. With this one, the reason I think I don't like the reverse flick because of how far up the blade the hole is. It's not down like on a Pair 3, it's not that quite that, it's not as long, right? So I love the reverse flick, the Pair 3. I prefer the reverse flick on the Pair 3, no doubt about it. It's just more comfortable. But with this knife, thumb flick's better. But with this knife, I think I still prefer the thumb flick. But see how fast that flies out? That flies out too, but not as hard as that. That fires out harder now. On the reverse flick, fires out good. Yeah, there we go. Oops, sorry, bumped the camera. See, I just can't fire it out as good. And it's got nothing to do with the action, because the action's fantastic. It's clearly in the new shape of the blade. Clear winner on this one for me, guys. The chop version is the winner. So if I get a Kapara, I will be chopping it. I will be sending it to Blade Chops. And honestly, I like this thing so much, I think I'm going to buy a Kapara. Because I really like this knife. It's such a good size. And it's 50 state legal now for everybody. Such a good job too. The liners, everything's done so well. It looks like it came from the factory like this. It really does. It looks like it came from the factory like this. The only place it doesn't is these notches here, which were the milling on the inside of the scale that still show up after he rounded them off. There's really nothing you can do about that. Man, so good. Such a good job. If you look at the tops, the spine of the blade, I mean, it looks like it came from the factory. It really does. Yeah, fantastic job by Blade Chops, man. He does really good work. I will link. I'll link Neeves Knives channel and Instagram, although I think you all already know it. I will link Craig's Instagram, and I will link Blade Chops Instagram. So they'll all be linked in the description. And like I said, if anybody has any chopped knives out there you'd be interested in seeing on the YouTube channel, hit me up. And I would like to make as many of these as I can. And if it doesn't have to be Blade Chops, it could be anybody. I would really like to see anyone else that's chopped knives too. Could see their work, because it's so fascinating that you can take a knife like this and turn it into that, and it be so good. So love it. All right, guys, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, and I will see you guys on the next one.